Mercer here. Thanks for joining me today. If you've ever climbed out of bed and felt like your feet belonged to someone else, cold, tingly, almost numb, you are not imagining it, and you are definitely not alone. Maybe it's not your feet. Maybe it's your legs feeling heavy after a short walk to the mailbox. Maybe it's that dull ache in your calves when you're just standing in the kitchen making dinner. These are the kinds of things people often brush off as just getting older. But here's something that might surprise you. Some of what you're feeling could be connected to nutrients your body isn't getting enough of. Today, we're going to talk about circulation, why it can change as we age, and which vitamins and minerals researchers have linked to healthy blood flow. Stick with me, because the third nutrient on this list is one almost nobody talks about, and it might be the missing piece for a lot of people watching right now. Let's start with the basics. Circulation is simply the movement of blood through your body. Your heart pumps blood out through arteries, carrying oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, organs, and skin. Then that blood travels back to your heart through veins. When this system works well, your legs and feet get what they need to feel warm, strong, and comfortable. When circulation isn't working as well as it should, you may notice some very specific things. Cold feet that don't warm up even with socks on, a tingling or pins and needles feeling, cramping in your calves, especially at night or after walking, a heavy, tired feeling in your legs by the end of the day, or skin on your lower legs that looks a little pale, shiny, or discolored. Now, why does circulation tend to change as we get older? A few reasons. Blood vessels can lose some of their flexibility over time, a bit like how a garden hose gets stiffer with age. Years of daily life, including diet, activity levels, and other health conditions, can affect how smoothly blood flows. And certain common conditions that become more frequent with age, like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes, can all play a role in circulation as well. It's also worth pausing here to mention something important. Poor circulation and nerve problems can feel similar, but they are not the same thing. Circulation issues often involve coldness, cramping, or that heavy, tired feeling. Nerve issues, sometimes called neuropathy, often involve burning, sharp shooting pains, or numbness that follows a specific pattern. Both deserve a conversation with a healthcare professional because figuring out which one you're dealing with, or whether it's a combination of both, really does matter for how it's addressed. So, where do vitamins fit into all of this? Research suggests that certain nutrient deficiencies may contribute to symptoms that overlap with circulation issues, or may affect the health of your blood vessels, blood cells, and nerves over time. This doesn't mean a vitamin is going to fix everything, but understanding these nutrients can be a genuinely useful piece of the bigger picture, especially when you bring this information to your doctor for a full evaluation. Let's start with vitamin B12. This one is essential for making healthy red blood cells and for supporting your nervous system. Low B12 has been associated with fatigue, tingling in the hands and feet, and general weakness, symptoms that can sometimes be confused with circulation trouble. As we age, our bodies naturally become less efficient at absorbing B12 from food, which means older adults are at higher risk of deficiency, even with a decent diet. Good food sources include eggs, fish, poultry, dairy, and fortified cereals. If you're someone who's been feeling unusually tired or noticing tingling that doesn't seem to go away, this may be worth discussing with your healthcare professional, who can check your levels with a simple blood test. Next, let's talk about iron. Iron plays a key role in helping your red blood cells carry oxygen throughout your body, including down to your legs and feet. When iron is low, that oxygen delivery can suffer, and some people notice cold hands and feet, along with fatigue and paleness. Good sources of iron include lean red meat, beans, spinach, and fortified grains. Certain medications and some digestive conditions can affect how well the body absorbs iron, so this is another one worth asking your doctor about rather than guessing on your own. Here's the one many people overlook: vitamin D. Most of us think of vitamin D for bone health, and that's true, but research also points to its role in supporting blood vessel function. Many older adults spend less time outdoors than they used to, and skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight as we age. That combination puts a lot of seniors at risk for low vitamin D without even realizing it. Food sources are limited, but include fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified milk. Because it's hard to get enough from diet alone, this is a nutrient healthcare professionals often check for directly with blood work. There's another vitamin many people overlook, and this one is magnesium. Magnesium is involved in hundreds of processes in the body, including helping your blood vessels relax and helping your muscles function properly, which includes the muscles in your legs. Some research has connected low magnesium with muscle cramps, something a lot of viewers watching this might recognize from personal experience, especially those nighttime leg cramps that wake you up. Good sources include leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. If cramping has been a regular nighttime visitor for you, it may be worth mentioning to your doctor. Folate is next on our list. Folate works closely with B12 in producing healthy red blood cells, and low folate has also been associated with fatigue and general low energy. You'll find folate in leafy greens, beans, and fortified grains. Since folate and B12 often get discussed together, healthcare professionals may check both at the same time if you bring up circulation-related symptoms. Let's talk about omega-3 fats. These healthy fats, found in fatty fish like salmon and sardines, as well as walnuts and flaxseed, have been studied for their potential role in supporting healthy blood vessels and reducing inflammation in the body. While omega-3s are not a treatment for circulation problems, research suggests they may support overall cardiovascular health as part of a balanced diet. Most people are surprised by the last one, vitamin C. We usually think of vitamin C for immune support, but it also plays an important role in maintaining the health of blood vessel walls and supporting collagen production, which helps keep vessels strong and flexible. Citrus fruits, bell peppers, and strawberries are all great sources. It's a simple, accessible nutrient that's easy to get more of through everyday food choices. Now, I want to be very clear about something important. None of these vitamins are a cure for poor circulation, and no one should assume that taking a supplement will resolve leg discomfort or numbness on its own. Poor circulation can have many possible causes, and vitamins are just one small piece of a much bigger picture. Some of the more common causes include peripheral artery disease, which is a narrowing of the arteries that carry blood to the legs. Diabetes, which can affect both blood vessels and nerves over time. Smoking, which is known to affect blood vessel health significantly. Inactivity, since movement helps blood flow throughout the body. Obesity, which can put extra strain on the circulatory system. High blood pressure and high cholesterol, both of which affect the arteries, the natural aging process itself, and certain medications, which can sometimes affect circulation as a side effect. This is exactly why any ongoing symptoms should be evaluated by a healthcare professional who can look at your full health picture rather than a single piece of it. Let's talk about some things you can do in daily life that are generally associated with supporting healthy circulation. Regular walking is one of the simplest and most effective habits. Even short walks throughout the day can help. Calf muscle exercises like gentle ankle pumps or heel raises can help support blood flow in the lower legs. Staying well hydrated supports healthy blood volume and flow. Not smoking is one of the most protective things a person can do for their blood vessels. Eating a balanced diet rich in the nutrients we discussed today supports overall vascular health. And managing chronic conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol with your doctor's guidance is one of the most important long-term strategies for supporting healthy circulation. Let's imagine someone we'll call Margaret. Margaret is 68 and noticed her feet had been feeling cold most evenings, even with thick socks on. She mentioned it to her doctor at a routine visit, and blood work showed her vitamin D was lower than it should be. Her doctor talked with her about sun exposure, diet, and whether a supplement made sense for her specific situation. This is a fictional example, but it reflects the kind of conversation many people have with their healthcare providers. Let's imagine another person. We'll call him Frank. Frank is 72 and had been dealing with nighttime leg cramps for months. He assumed it was just part of getting older. During a checkup, his doctor asked about his diet and ran some basic labs, which showed his magnesium was on the low end. Again, this is a fictional scenario, but it illustrates how something as simple as a conversation at a routine appointment can uncover useful information. And let's imagine one more person. We'll call her Dorothy. Dorothy noticed her legs felt heavy and tired by the afternoon, even though she hadn't changed her usual routine. She brought this up with her doctor, who evaluated her for several possible causes, including her circulation, her activity levels, and her overall nutrition. This fictional example is a reminder that heavy or tired legs can have more than one explanation, and a full evaluation is often the most helpful next step. Now, let's clear up a few common myths. Myth: poor circulation is just a normal part of aging that you have to live with. Fact: while circulation does change with age, persistent or worsening symptoms deserve medical evaluation rather than being dismissed. Myth: taking one specific vitamin will fix circulation problems. Fact: circulation issues often involve multiple factors working together, and no single supplement is a complete solution. Myth: if your legs feel cold, it always means poor circulation. Fact: cold legs can be caused by several things, including nerve issues, room temperature, or other health conditions, which is exactly why it's worth having evaluated rather than assumed. Before we wrap up, this next part may be the most important thing in this entire video, so please listen closely. Some symptoms are not something to wait on, journal about, or bring up at your next scheduled appointment. They need immediate medical attention. These include sudden, severe leg pain, chest pain, shortness of breath, sudden weakness, especially on one side of the body, sudden numbness, especially on one side of the body, a sudden change in the color of a limb, such as it turning pale, blue, or unusually dark, or an inability to move your leg or foot. If you or someone you love experiences any of these, please seek emergency medical care right away. Do not wait to see if it passes. Let's bring this all together. Circulation naturally changes as we age, and several nutrients, including B12, iron, vitamin D, magnesium, folate, omega-3 fats, and vitamin C, have all been studied for their potential connection to blood vessel and nerve health. But poor circulation can stem from many different causes, from lifestyle factors to underlying health conditions, and there is no single fix. The most valuable thing you can do is pay attention to your body, keep up with healthy daily habits, and have an open conversation with your healthcare professional about anything that feels persistent or concerning. Have you experienced cold feet, numbness, or leg cramps? We'd love to hear your experience in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a like, subscribing for more videos like this one, and sharing it with someone who might find it useful too. Before we finish, I'd like to be transparent. I am Alan Mercer, an AI-generated educational presenter created to explain evidence-informed health information in a simple and accessible way. This video is for educational purposes only and should never replace advice from your physician or another qualified healthcare professional.